The plain fact of the matter is, for a country like Britain today, you need strong alliances to keep your influence strong and your interests protected. Because, I always say to people, you've got to look at the way the world is changing. Go to the middle of this century, which is only, 3 decades away. So by the time my grandchildren are the age of my kids are now, that world in the middle of this century is going to have 3 giants. It's going to have America, China, probably India. Because these are large population countries. In the case of America, huge economy, huge amount of military power. These 3 giants are going to be much bigger and more powerful than country number 4, which could be any one of the tall countries, large population countries, but not nearly as large as China or India, Indonesia, Brazil, Japan, Mexico. And then you're going to have the medium-sized countries. So a country like Indonesia is a population 3 times the size of Germany's. You're going to have the medium-sized. We're going to be Germany, Italy, France, Britain. Right, okay. In this world, if the medium-sized aren't banding together, the giants are going to sit in us. I mean, that's just the reality. And anyone who's ever dealt with power and sat in a room where there's power understands that when you're with a group of others and you're operating as one, as a strong collective, then your medium-sized countries banding together in that European Union are going to sit at that table with the 3 giants on equal terms. They're sitting as individuals, they're not sitting at that table. They're sitting on a small table. So it's literally as obvious as that. And Britain has 2 strong alliances. It's got a great alliance with America, and it's part of the European Union, which is the biggest political union in the world, largest commercial market in the world. What on earth would induce you to think that you are going to gain by giving up that relationship? I mean, it's an unbelievable act of self-denial. So it's, for me, it's just a very simple thing. Power is power. And if you want, if you have the European Union, for example, there's going to be a huge issue as to how relations with China develop, because the rise of China is now a fact. Okay, when I was first in politics, it was you put it in your speech, China is going to be rising. But now it's a fact. There's not a single issue in the world today, from climate change through to the global economy, that can be solved without China. And China is a different political system. It's moved recently in a political way which is more authoritarian. And, for example, around artificial intelligence and technology, there's going to be a big struggle. You can see this already. This dispute over Huawei, for example, has got many, many implications to it. So what's going to happen to Europe with China rising like this and this huge power? They're either going to pick us off one by one, play us off against each other, or we're going to be together, and together we can have some influence, right? But separately, we're not going to be strong enough. It's just a fact. You're not diminishing your country by saying that. It's just a fact.